What is going on, guys? Hope you are well wherever you are, whatever the time, and welcome back to another episode of Why Not Me. And I thought I'd pick up the camera today because I am going to be giving myself a high day with food. So food's going to be up, and I thought, let me film it. Let me show you what foods I'm taking in for the day. This morning, I woke up at 105.3 kilos, which is a huge drop from yesterday. It's down 0.6 kilos from yesterday. And the day before, I believe I was 106.3. So over the past couple of days, I've been dropping pretty quickly. To be honest, I've been dropping pretty quickly since I started this prep. And I know that I said that I wanted to start this prep pretty aggressively in terms of fat loss, but I don't want to go that quick. Like, I do actually want to hold on to the muscle that I've built. Yesterday as well, I noticed that I was starting to get a little bit of a cold. So I rested from the gym. I'm going to be resting from the gym as well today. But I was on my rest day food yesterday. So that definitely could have contributed because on my rest days, I have lower calories. But at the same time, I still think it's just a little bit too fast. Bear in mind as well, me being 105.3 kilos this morning, I'm about 8.5 kilos away from my stage weight in 2023. I know for a fact that I've gained some muscle on that, and the fact that I'm 23.5 weeks out still from my first show. I just don't need to be moving this quickly. I can definitely just slow things down and just bring that food up a little bit. It's honestly making me contemplate having a high day once a week, maybe on one of my leg days, for example, when I have my hinge, just to help with my performance, but also I'll still see body weight coming down anyway. It'll just be a little bit of a slower rate. The meals are pretty much exactly the same as what they have been. It's just more food. This isn't me like, oh, I've been craving a Domino's, so do you know what, like, I'm gonna film myself having a Domino's. It's not that. It's literally a case of just having more of the same. I'll put the macros on the screen just to give you an idea as to how much I'm taking in. 460 grams of carbs, 75 grams of fat, and 280 grams of protein. So yeah, the UK is also in a chokehold right now with the flu. Just came down with a cold yesterday, and it's not horrendous, but it's just one of those things as a bodybuilder. You don't really want to be getting sick like that. Today, I definitely feel a little better, but it seems like so many people at the minute are just unwell. To be honest with you, I'm not surprised, bro. Like, the amount of people that I see in public just coughing, not covering the mouths. Felt like I was holding off for so long. I thought I was going to get through it. But yeah, I woke up. You know when you wake up with a sore throat and it's game over. Alongside this high day, I'm not going to be doing cardio. I done cardio yesterday. I feel like that also might have contributed to the big drop in body weight. So just being ill, less food, and also doing cardio. So today I'm just going to focus on my steps and just take in this food. And yeah, see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, I'm hungry. Also, yes, meal one is going to involve cream of rice. But as you know, if you've been here a while, you know that I actually just consume ground rice. It's the same as cream of rice, but a whole lot cheaper. This whole bag, 1.5 kilos, was about £2. For reference, I think you'll get JP cream of rice or like Perform cream of rice, and it'll be like 15-20 quid for about the same amount of cream of rice. So yeah, want to save some money, just get yourself some ground rice. All right, so we have meal number one, which is this right here. We have 125 grams of ground rice, 50 grams of whey protein, 100 grams of blueberries, and 20 grams of fantastic 90% dark chocolate. Just 50 more grams of ground rice. That is really the only difference in comparison to what my normal baseline diet is. I'm very hungry, so I'm going to get this in. I realize as well I haven't given you actually an update in terms of what show I'm going to be doing first. But the first show I'm going to be doing will be the 27th of July, which will be the PCA Natural show. It will be their third one. They started doing this last year, I think, and they only had one natural show, but I think it done pretty well. And obviously the PCA is one of the most popular federations in the UK, so they've got 4 shows across the year. I'm going to be doing the third one, which will be in Kettering, so traveling back down south for that one. And I've never actually done a PCA show before. PCA, I think it's a federation that is just continuously moving forward. They seem to invest a lot into their athletes and just their show days. So yeah, I think it would be exciting to do one. And the lighting looks like God tier. Once I've done that show in the summer, I'll actually be having a bit of a diet break. How long for? I'm not sure. It just depends on what my look is like at PCA. And really how much more condition I would want to bring for the UK DFBA shows, BNBF, etc. But it'll likely be at least a week where I just bring food up, get the body fresh, to be honest, and then go into the second part of my season, which will be through from September to October. I don't know the dates off by heart right now, but it will be a UKDFBA show, it will be BNBF, PCA finals hopefully will be in there, WNBF will hopefully be in there as well. So a lot. I would also like to travel abroad. Europe really, I think, would be the wiser choice, especially financially. I think if I'm in a position to do worlds, it would be great, but it's quite a huge financial burden. So yeah, we'll see, but definitely excited for the upcoming season, and yeah, excited to try a new federation as well. Right, meal two is chicken and rice, standard bodybuilding meal. Bit more rice than my normal baseline diet. See how there's just not too much else going on here. It's literally just more of the same. But we have 395 grams of cooked weight rice. We have 250 grams of chicken, that's raw weight, and then 100 grams of cooked veg, which is just peas, carrots, and cauliflower, with, of course, 50% reduced tomato ketchup, some encana, and black pepper as well. So before that, just getting on with a little bit of work, catching up with clients, making sure that programming is where it needs to be, making sure that everyone's making the right amount of progress. I also cancelled my gym membership, as you may know. In fact, let me test if this makes a horrible noise when I eat. So yeah, as you may know, I joined NRG Gym, which is a commercial gym near me, just for convenience, because the travel from Flex and Tone to and from was just taking up so much of my time, and there's other things that I've got to be doing other than training. So I thought, you know what, let me just join this commercial gym. It's 24 hours and it's also closer to me. Let's see how it goes. I don't really care who's there, because if the kit's decent, I can just get the job done. I can't do it. I've come to the conclusion that I can't do it. There's actually been so many events that have happened since going to this gym, and just people not respecting the gym, people not putting their weights back. As much as I like to say the environment doesn't bother me, it kind of does. Like the people that I'm surrounded with, it's nothing to do with their goals or whatever. It's more so just to do with people's attitudes. Like I was saying to Bryony, in that gym, that's like what people think bodybuilders are like. To me, it's not what bodybuilders are about at all. So I'll be joining a new gym, but it'll probably be next month. And yeah, I'll probably be joining EP Jungle. I think it'll be a lot more convenient for me to get there, seeing as I'm in the south of Manchester. My appetite isn't sky high today because I've been a little bit under the weather. This food is not difficult to get in, but it's not like, oh, I want to eat so much. Like, it's not like that. After this, I'm going to go out because it's Valentine's Day, guys, and I got to get Bryony some little something. And I also need to get some more blueberries, do a bit of a food shop. Oh, hello. You've just walked into me filming. Right, we're back with meal number 3 of the day, which is 2 bagel thins. We have 20 grams of honey, 4 bacon medallions, and 3 eggs, alongside a kiwi and 80 grams of grapes. Now, the only thing that's really changed here is just an additional bagel. Everything else is still exactly the same. So just a little bit more carbs. I believe 20 grams extra of carbs from that bagel thing, 25 grams. Probably my favorite meal of the day as well. And I think when I'm dieting, I crave salt. So that's why the bacon's just a nice touch, and obviously the whole eggs as well. So yeah, this meal is gonna definitely stay this way for as long as possible. I'm basically holding off from removing the yolks for as long as possible. So far as well, the steps are almost done. I'm gonna head out after this meal to get some more steps in though, and all the shopping that I need to do is done. And then this evening, just gonna chill and watch a TV show with Bryony, and that's really about it. I got 2 more meals to go after this one. What just arrived at the door? We got a new shoe rack, because I don't know if you can see that in the background, but 40,000 shoes, and they all weigh about 3 kilos each. So let's get a new shoe rack because that one's almost falling apart. So that's tonight's job. Sorry for the low quality. I'm just using the front-facing camera, but I've just pulled up to the gym because I still have steps to do and it's crazy cold outside. It's ridiculous. And I was like, you know what? The gym's 10 minutes away. Let me just pull up to the gym, finish my steps there. Honestly, I need to get myself a walking pad. For the 2 previous preps I've done, I lived in Bedford, and in that flat that I lived in, I had a treadmill close to me, pretty much within the apartment building. I've never been in a situation where I like actually have to consistently go outside to get my steps. And it's just very inconvenient. It's something that I actually have recommended to so many clients. I've said to them, look, get a walking pad, you don't have to leave your house. I really only like to do like 1 walk in the morning, or just at least go out once in the day. And then after that, I don't want to have to keep going out like every hour for a walk. It's just not really convenient, especially when your main job, right, is static. So yeah, a walking pad is definitely on the cards. I think they're pretty cheap. So yeah, anyway, let me go do these steps. Cool, meal number 4. Got back from doing the steps. What we got for meal number 4? You must know what I have now. By now. 75 grams of oats, 60 grams of whey.
Oh, it's oats, not cream or oats.
No.
That's the other one.
15 grams of almond butter, 20 grams of honey, 150 grams of blueberries. For meal 4, we're just about to watch Homeland. If you haven't watched it, definitely watch it, especially season 1. Gonna watch this, chill for a bit, and I got 1 more meal before I head to bed. It's the final meal of the high day, and it's gonna be rice again, 305 grams of rice with 250 grams of raw weight mince, 100 grams of veg, and that'll close out the high day. I'm intrigued to see what my body weight will be in the morning, if it's gone up and how much by. I'll probably take some photos in the morning as well, just to see what the look is like with a little bit more food in me. Not that it really matters at this point. This was more so just to slow things down in terms of how quickly the scale was going down. But still, it'll be interesting to obviously just see what I look like. Today's been relatively easy to get the food in. It's not too much food. I think if you're going to do a high day, I think the best advice I can give you, especially if it's going to be the first one in your prep, is definitely just be conservative with how much food you give yourself. Don't just throw 600, 700, 800 grams of carbs in there if you're eating 300 grams of carbs. Just be conservative, add like 100, 150 grams of carbs, see what happens. You always can add in another high day, or you can always make adjustments. If you kind of are overzealous with the amount of food that you're having, and then it takes you like a few days just to drop the water that you've gained from that high day, it's not ideal really. Tomorrow we're also getting back into the gym, so I'm going to start off with legs tomorrow. Just as normal, it will be my hinge day tomorrow, and again that'll be interesting to see how the high day has impacted my performance as well tomorrow. So yeah, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one next week.